Oh, alright. Alright, welcome to Family Guy Back to the Multiverse. I think I'll just get straight into it. So we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, go. Right, so, oh god, where to start? So we're playing a new game, so, we have nothing unlocked, no health upgrades. We have to watch most cutscenes in the game. And overall it's like, longer and less fun than New Game Plus. I've already done like several things. I skipped the first area by doing a particular jump, a precise jump to get out of the first area. I'm going to do this, so this is a glitch that I'll talk about more coming up. There's a lot of things to talk about here, which lets us skip cutscenes in New Game. And then we're going to do a very precise jump over there to skip the entire level. So usually you're meant to go around this entire level and like steal stuff, because it's kind of like one big circle. But you can just jump on that board of that house and skip the area. Right, so the glitch that you see me doing to where like I move with the pause menu open is called pause menu storage. The game has a weapon wheel function where you can pull up a weapon wheel to quickly swap weapons. Pulling up the weapon wheel pauses the game as well, so it like pauses all the enemies and stuff around you. If you press the weapon wheel and pause on the same frame, and then unselect the weapon wheel, you can move around with the pause menu open. So we can use the reset level function to reset the level inside of a cutscene and let us skip some cutscenes. Nope. There we go. Because some cutscenes become skippable in New Game Plus, and by entering the cutscene and then resetting the level, the game thinks you've already seen the cutscene before, so we can skip cutscenes like this. Right, so here on level 2, we're going to skip a cutscene. We're going to jump over a cutscene trigger in that doorway, and then we're going to do a kind of tricky PMS where we have to shoot to activate the cutscene. But when we open the pause menu, we won't have a reticle, so it can be a little bit awkward to line up with a shot. So, alright, cool. We'll very quickly see a unique application of pause menu storage. So over here, if we skip this cutscene using it, for some reason it messes up the location to put us after the cutscene. It wants to put us it tries to put us halfway between the start of the level and that cutscene, so it just puts us out of bounds. We can use that just to skip like an entire section. It's very handy. We're going to hit the checkpoint so we can spawn the second player in. And here we're going to see some the first instance of some two-player shenanigans. Well, we're using 2 players at once to kind of quickly finish up objectives in this section. Because we need to go down below into the quarry to activate all of these objectives, and then also go across the bridge at the top. So we're going to use our second player to jump down into the holes and activate these, and then use our first player to move across the bridges as we make them. So it saves like 20 seconds from having to walk all the way back up and around. Cool. This last one. And then we're going to quickly drop out the second player. We're going to get another pause menu storage. And then skip this cutscene. Cool. So the reason we have to drop the second player out is the weapon wheel only pauses the game in single player. But it doesn't do that in multiplayer because, both players have to play still. So we have to do that in multiplayer. I'm going to drop the second player in. We're going to leave Stewie here by this river. We're going to walk into this cutscene trigger over here with Brian. And we're going to kill Stewie as we hit the cutscene trigger. Very nice. And this allows us to walk during this cutscene. So we can save like 15 seconds from being able to walk whilst it's going on. And then we're going to go to the boss of the level. Okay, we're going to drop Brian out. Swap to Brian. set this on fire and okay. A little finicky, there we go. Alright, this boss is just simple. We need to shoot him in the eyes twice and then shoot him in the actual thing. Although since we skipped this area before, there are a ton of enemies here. Because these enemies are meant to be here from the first time you go through this section. So it can kind of, there's a good chance of dying, but we're okay. Alright, cool. So we're going to take our first trip to this shop, since this is a new game. I'm going to buy just a singular usable item, and I'm just going to continue on. This item will become apparent when we do it later at this level. The thing about PMS is we can't skip all cutscenes. We can skip cutscenes which require us to watch like, kind of like almost a video file kind of format cutscene. But cutscenes which are rendered in world like this one, we have to unfortunately sit through the entire thing because it doesn't work quite the same as a PMF for Pills Menu Storage. We'll see that with the cutscene straight after this because that cutscene, you know, plays like a video file for it, and so we can use it to skip that one. So, Pills Menu Storage. We technically can skip getting the shotgun here if you wanted to. But I find the shotgun is too good of a weapon to really pass up for new game, so we'll take it anyway. Unfortunate thing about this level, at least at the start of this level, is all the cutscenes here are rendered in world. So unfortunately we have to sit through these first three, but then the second half of this level should pick up. Alright, so I'll just sit through another one. So, for this enemy, we're going to start seeing the abuse, a technique called rapid fire abuse. So, weapons like the sniper rifle, which fire very slowly, one shot at a time, we can fire faster by shooting it and then swapping back to it, pressing the number key which corresponds to the weapon. And allows us to shoot it again immediately. So for the sniper rifle, I'll shoot it, I'll press the free key, which swaps to the sniper rifle, shoot it, press the free key, you know, rinse and repeat. Okay. So the thing about those activation wheels, where you have to like kind of stand and wait for a thing to be activated. If you take damage during those, it resets your progress. We'll see a lot of that next level. Next level is pretty much built on the fact that that's a principle, and how to like get around not being damaged. Right. So we're going to spawn the second player in. We're going to kind of hide Stu in a corner for now. So our plan here is we're going to skip this second guard. We don't want to skip. We don't want to kill this guy because he's kind of slow to kill. He's got a lot more health than the first one. So we're going to grab these first two alarms. We're going to put down this to distract enemies. We're going to move Stewie. We're going to get the third one whilst Brian's in front of the door. And in this cutscene, this door opens. And whilst it's open, we can just run through by skipping the cutscene. So we can skip that second guard. Because skipping the cutscene, the door doesn't have enough time to close before you can start running. So we can just completely bypass that mini boss. Straight onto the third one. Jump here to just kind of skip walking around the edge. Oh, alright. This third card can be a little bit tricky depending on if he wants to actually move towards us, or like not move towards us and be slow. So we'll see. We're going to grab this item here, be useful for later. Reload during the cutscene. Even my sniper rifle's not reloaded. Alright, oh, unfortunately he decided to head the other way. It's a few seconds lost. Come on. Oh, this is a bit... Yikes. I'm gonna kill these enemies off. Cool. Alright, we're gonna do one more pause menu storage for this cutscene. Restart. Alright, so the reason we bought this boom bear is we're going to use it to blow up this this cannon. So usually in this boss fight, you're meant to kind of, the boss is meant to walk back and forth between these three cannons. These cannons, it's faster to repair them than it is to reload them. And so we purposely will damage the cannon so that we can repair it rather than reload it. And that allows us to keep the boss kind of just in the middle here and avoid him walking back and forth. Very nice. Alright, if I've got enough money, which I should. Yeah, just enough. I'm going to buy the rocket launcher here. Very nice. Oh, the rocket launcher is a good weapon for Stewie. It's just really good for dealing with, like, for mobbing and anything that's weak to, like, explosive damage. I was going to skip that cutscene. I don't know why I didn't. That's fine. That's only like a few second loss. Not doing that one. Yeah, so this level here is kind of all about that mechanic of the mechanic of where you need to activate something, but can't take damage whilst doing it, otherwise it resets your progress. So we'll be finding ways to kind of circumvent this taking damage. For the middle two, we're going to be using deployable items to we're going to be using deployable items to kind of bypass this. Well, not bypass, like distract enemies. That's the word. Distract enemies from attacking us. But the first and fourth one, we can kind of just go fast enough so enemies don't have time to catch up. So I'm going to destroy that first cannon, and I'm just going to go straight for it. I'm just oh, that's not good. Okay, we're fine. The enemies didn't act like stormtroopers for once and missed me from a mile away. That's fine. We managed to back it up and actually get it. Right, so for this next one, we're going to actually use this wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man, which is just a distraction item. Enemies are just more likely to shoot it than you. I'm also going to be destroying these vans because they spawn enemies. This makes kind of pathing a little bit nicer. For this one, I am going to destroy both cannons beforehand, and also deploy the tube men. Nice. I'm going to destroy these.
I'll be sending you a bill for this.
Cool. And then this last one can be a little bit finicky on New Game because we don't have any ammo upgrades, and we need to kill enemies, otherwise we will, you know, we'll die. So we want to take out we want to take out this, and this, and we want to at least take out that one, and then kind of just hope that we don't take damage. Oh, that guy was very close, but we're good. No hiccups. We're going to grab this huge pile of cash because buying things, kill a few enemies for some extra money. Alright, and now we have to sit through the very, very boring boss fight. We can't one-cycle this boss in New Game, but we can in New Game Plus. Well, we can in New Game, but it's far too difficult. It requires placing like a bunch of these explosives I've got in my hand on top of the tank that's shooting us, and then blowing them up. And it's like, getting them to actually land on the tank and not fall off is too finicky. So, we're going to just use Brian and his sniper rifle to deal some good damage. If I can face the right way. Cool, and then we have to wait for the next cycle, so I'm just going to kill some enemies and get some extra money. Because we're going to need it. Also, wait. Because there's at least 2 more weapons in the run we need to buy, and a couple of ammo upgrades that we're going to need, specifically for one boss coming up later. Cool. Right, so but we can one-cycle the next phase of the boss, Evil Mayor West, by doing what I said before, which is just planting a bunch of these bombs at his feet. So we're going to swap to the bomb, we're going to drink this Stewie Soda, which is a special item that he has, which gives him increased fire rate and infinite ammo. And very nice. Alright. Alright, so this is a pretty infamous skip in the run. We're just going to turn around, shoot the thin air, and we're going to end the level. Alright, so after I do quick some store buying, so what happened there is... what are you? 2 of you. 1 of you. Cool. Oh, no. Weapons. We need to buy this. And we need to buy clip size. Right. So what happened there is, in that level, you're meant to go to the top of a building through the level, and then assassinate a cheeseburger mayor. Don't read too far into it. But it turns out that this cheeseburger mayor's hitbox is always spawned in from the start of the level, and is literally behind where you start. So you can immediately turn around and just, you know, literally pop a 180 no-scope and beat the level. So... Alright, cool. This level, all our guns get taken off us, but not our items, which is stupid, so we can just use a bunch of deployable items and kill these pirates pretty quickly. I'm gonna beat some extra ones up just for, again, more money. It's kind of a bit safer. Alright, I'm gonna make sure I'm Stewie because I need to use a rocket launcher in this next section. Then I've got a golden chicken equipped, because we need to distract some enemies again. Excuse me. Cool. So I'm gonna pop this down. Oh, this guy's... no, okay, he's cool. Swap. Want to bright. Cool. Okay. So yeah, I cleared out all the pirates, and then I shot a big pirate. You'll see one of them here. A big pirate with like a big kind of... oh, what's the name of those things? A harpoon, that's the name. A big harpoon. He had a key. We kill him. And we've got another, actually forced section of combat. Oh, this guy's being a bit aggressive. So when you Stewie's rocket launcher, kind of deal with the mobs. I'm just going to swap to Brian and kind of just sit at the back here and snipe them all. And then we're going to do some pause menu storage, and then do a different kind of pause of PMS skip, where we're going to quit to the main menu, and then load back in. It only works on this level for some reason that we can do it with quitting out to the main menu, but you know, we'll take it. And now we have a very boring, essentially Autoscroller, where we have to wait for these pirate ships to slowly come closer to us, and we have to shoot them down. The only thing we really need to speed this up is having Brian drink his beer, which gives him increased damage. So the pirate ships become 2 cannonball shots rather than 3. And that's about as fast as we can speed this up, other than just having good, you know, taking good early shots on the ships as they come in. Oh look, so coming up on the boss, so this next boss has a one-cycle you can get on New Game with Brian and his sniper rifle, which I've only ever successfully hit during marathon runs. I've never hit it in an actual offline PB attempts. So, you know, am I going to finally break the streak today and not get it in a marathon? Because it requires me to kind of rhythmically shoot him. I like time my shots kind of rhythmically well enough to deal enough before he like goes away for a second phase. It's a bit of a gamble of whether I'm going to get it or not. Cool. So we'll get another PMS. And quit. Jump back in. Alright. Let's see if I can finally break the streak or not. So, nope. Sniper rifle. Oh, I finally broke the cycle. That's the first marathon I've done this run in that I haven't got that. Alright. It's pretty finicky because his hitbox is a bit awkward when he does his like weird taunt thing. His hitbox is a bit strange. But yeah, it's fine. Just sit and wait around. Come on. And of course I kill him in one shot. Store attributes. I'm going to buy the last clip size upgrade, which will become particularly important in this level. Alright, so this is the Ruin Your Childhood level. Santa is now evil. Oh no. Whoever saw that coming. So we're going to skip the first section here by doing a kind of a precise strafe jump over this like sludge pond. You know, it kind of uses the idea in games of like the coyote jump where you can jump a bit after you've actually left the platform. So we're gonna kind of do like a jump in midair essentially, and we can skip having to activate this valve. There you go. It's not that hard of a jump. It can be a little bit finicky, but it's alright. So this is actually quite possibly the hardest level now in the game. This level used to be not so bad, but as you might have noticed, I haven't bought any health upgrades, and there's a very good reason for that we'll see later. But we don't run the game with any health upgrades now, and so particularly this level, which is jam-packed full of enemies, and difficult enemies at that, it starts to become a little bit scary. So we'll see how it goes. Well, I'm making sure I have my health packs equipped at all times, because I'm not risking a death in here. And we also can't skip any cutscenes here, we have to watch them all. We're going to do another jump here over to the elevator rather than walking around. It's not that, you know, not that hard of a thing. Oh. Yep, we're fine. Alright, and now it's essentially just a vertical climb. There's a section coming up with some fans, where you're meant to wait for the cycle for the fans to turn off and run across. But that's slow, so I'm just gonna kind of just go for it. Oh, alright. You know what, that's a jump that you don't really fail that often. Oh, and I didn't reset my checkpoint, that's awkward. Alright. This'll be fine. Alright, we're good. I was expecting to fall for the fans, not at the like the 2-second time save jump here. There we go. Oh yeah, so these fans, oh, they're gonna turn on just as I get to them. So yeah, so I'm just not gonna wait. I'm just gonna hope that I don't fall off. Okay, we're good. Yeah, we're going to do another skip here. We're going to do a swap jump, where we jump and immediately swap characters, and it gives us just a little, barely a bit extra height on our jump, and us to get over of like that invisible ramp, and we can skip kind of walking around a whole nother loop of the factory. These enemies can be a little bit annoying. I'm fine. Yep, I'm good. Alright, so here we're going to try and go for a one cycle on Santa, which used to be really hard. When we used to do it, you have to do it with a sniper rifle and be quite precise on our shots. And now we're just going to like spray him down with homing bullets. So So earlier I bought a weapon called the LF ray gun, which is a gun with like homing shots. So we're gonna kill the enemies that you hear at the start, that you dropped, and then I'm gonna swap to the LF ray gun. I'm gonna use rapid fire, so I can fire shots out of it faster than you should be able to. Come on. No. Oh, one of them survived. Sometimes one of the reindeer just refuses to die, but we can back that up by just killing it on the other way. Alright. I'm going to visit the store for possibly the last time. I'm going to buy the railgun, which is the super OP weapon for killing single targets. Alright, so we immediately do a skip. Stewie's satchel charges here have collision, and so we can kind of wedge it into this corner and jump off of it. If I can get it in enough tries, that is. No, come on. There you go. Yeah, so that lets us skip the kind of first objective, and then we're going to do the same thing here on this wall. Nice. And then we're going to get Rupert here, and because we skipped this cutscene, we can throw an item into that door, which you meant to use for backtracking later. And then we just, it might not have looked impressive, but we just skipped, I'd say about 60% of the level, including like a hard section with 0 G gravity and platforming, by just throwing a box into a door. Alright, so we went to the top of that staircase, and we dropped Brian in, which skipped having to do this section. Because the cutscene for those, the cutscene for that door closing is, the cutscene for that door is located after the stairs, but the checkpoint for the section is located before the end of the stairs. And so you just drop the second player in behind the cutscene, and the door never closes. So that's nice. Alright, so we're coming up to the boss this level, which is notoriously way harder on New Game than it is in New Game Plus. Because the cutscene that we can't skip in New Game spawns a bunch of chicken enemies. But we can skip that cutscene in New Game Plus, so we have to deal with like a huge horde of chickens. Again, don't question Family Guy. So we're gonna do the first phase, and then spend our time trying to deal with the chickens, and hopefully don't die, is the main goal. If we don't die, then we've done good. We can skip the we can skip one of the kind of like half a phase in the middle, but we'll get to it in a second. So I'm gonna rapid fire abuse do it. I'm gonna pull the lever once, swap the Stewie, deal with the butt ton of chickens that spawn. And for some reason, this second phase you don't have to deal damage. You can just pull the lever, and then we can deal damage to put her in this animation, so that she doesn't do another debris cycle, or like throwing debris at us. So that's nice. Alright. So here I dropped in the second player, for particular reasons. So, in solo, this would just be a fight against the AI, or against any of the chicken here. But in co-op, you fight each other. But the amount of health you have is based on how many health upgrades you've bought. And so by buying no health upgrades, we can kill the second player really quick. Also, this saves about like 40 seconds of actually fighting the AI. Well, like, possibly even more depending on how bad your fight with the chicken is. To deal the most damage, we're going to kind of generally throw the second player towards objects that we can throw them into. You know, deals extra damage by hitting them against objects like this car, or like these boards here. Got one more phase, and then the final boss. I'm going to give everybody a heads up now. The cutscene at the start of the final boss is, yeah, definitely loud. Because they didn't audio balance it for some reason. Because why would they? Because even if you have audio turned off, it's still at max volume. It's a terrible cutscene. Alright. There it is. Don't you at least want me to wipe first? Oh yeah, my ears are killing too, don't worry about it.
Oh, I want one of those.
Okay, we're good. Alright, so here, right at the last level, of course we have like the hardest skip in the run. So we have to do another satchel charge jump, but off of a flat wall rather than a corner. And since satchel charges kind of fall a bit randomly, it's kind of hard to react to how they fall and jumping off of them. Unfortunately, I didn't get it on my first go here. But yeah, this is right at the end of the run, and you're essentially up to like RNG and also like reacting to how the satchel falls. So whether you can actually get up this wall. Of course, it's being finicky for me. Yep. Come on, reset the level. Alright. Third tries the charm? Nope. Come on. Wow, okay. It's really not liking me today. Like, you don't want to know the amount of runs I've lost to this one skip. Oh, there we go. Alright, we're good. Cool, and then we walk out of bounds across these rooftops. We have to very precisely walk on this kind of tightrope thin fence. You kind of line up and jump on it. Cool. It's like very, very thin. It's really quite easy to fall off of. And of course, the very last phase of the final boss is an Autoscroller, because why would it not be? You have to sit here and wait for the dinosaur to walk back and forth up this road. Whilst dealing with the most tough enemies in the game with no health upgrades. So it's a fun time. So we're going to sit next to our good old friend here. I just hope that the rocket guys don't kill us more than anything. And that Ernie the chicken will deal with them. Alright, time is going to come up in like 30 seconds or so. Actually, probably less than that. We've got to shoot 2 more cars whilst trying not to die. Ernie's gone. Oh, hi guys. I would leave. Right. And last car. Oh. Aiming. And that is time. Alright, that was... you know, that was pretty good up until the final boss where I failed the trick like 7 times in a row. But yeah, it was pretty good overall. Alright, thanks for letting me show off this game once again, because it's an underrated speedrun, because it's quite broken for what it is. So yeah.